Hey guys, right now I'm live on YouTube. Forget everything I just said on Rumble. It was a bunch of N-words and stuff like that. It was a bunch of, why did people go on Rumble? Well, obviously it was to, talk about the Proud Boys and how we're all into Proud Boys and stuff. And right-wing nut jobs. That's why. I had a half a minute pre-show on Rumble where I just kind of gave my thoughts on all the races. You know, sometimes you just need to talk about all the different, like, what are your thoughts on all the ethnicities that are out there? Like, what are your thoughts? No, I'm not going to rip off. Sometimes you say stuff, I say stuff, and then I realize, oh, I think that's from a podcast. So I don't mean to rip off the World Record podcast with Brendan Walsh. And maybe he did it on his Bone Zone. He had an old one called Bone Zone. But he has asked people, like, he's like, hey, so what's your favorite race? Or what's your least favorite race? He asked somebody before. Yeah, I'm not good at this, like, going live. Like, I guess I should start, like, posting it on Instagram and be like, hey, I'm live recording. But I just really don't know if I care that much if somebody watches live or later. I mean, yeah, it would be cool to have comments in here. I guess maybe I should start trying to say, hey, I'm going live, maybe. I don't know. But it's kind of just an episode. I'm recording it live because I do it live, you know. Much like Bill O'Reilly said in the famous clip, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Everybody out there, it's not very loud. Hey guys, who else do you think? Hold on. You guys think we're gonna just tune into an easygoing podcast, or you got another thing coming? I'm not telling you what's really going on. I'm telling you what's really going on out there. Okay? You don't think you guys are gonna tune into your little easygoing podcast? Well, this is Rebel Radio. That's what I call it. Rebel Radio. Are you in the underground? I'm just picturing like there's like a radio show on the Fallout games or Grand Theft Auto maybe, or like some kind of game where they're talking about. It's just like to all the different bases out there. That's basically what that is. Rebel Radio. If anybody's out there, we're not going to take this shit anymore, okay? You know what? I did just read Oh, this is a guy in his room. Thanks for coming to Guy in his room. I already said this, but I wasn't live. So, you know, this is, you know, anything can happen. It's like a radio show. It's live. Anything can happen. Even though it's just me and I have no callers. so really, you know, it doesn't matter. But, I am actually recording it live, though. I'm not one of those fake out people that say it's live, but it's actually, like, recorded before, and it just says live. Like I said, this is the real underground movement here. You know, we're not going to keep taking this shit anymore. We got to supply stocked and ready for everything when the election happens. You know, I seriously did see stuff about people prepping for the next election. Are you guys, anybody out there prepping? I think it was on here somewhere, I thought. And I can't say I blame them, but it is pretty sad that that's the state we're in now. We have so many conflicting like things that we're supposed to care about. I'm tired of, I just don't know what to care about. Like there's too many things they want me to care about. Like which ones should I pick to care about if there's too many? I'm just getting overwhelmed, I'm supposed to really get upset about this thing, but then this other thing happens. Hey, there's climate change maybe vaguely going around. It's funny that they're trying to get people riled up about climate change because, I mean, what can we really do? We can't, like, I just don't understand what we do. I mean, I understand, like, good old Greta, like, getting upset about, like, getting upset at people in charge. I guess, like, she was telling the EU, I don't know, I mean, it was all fake for show or whatever, but I mean, yeah, if you do want to scream about stuff, all these protesters, like, why aren't you going to, like, DC or something? Like, why are you just going in every tourist area? I'm going to go to New York and mess up the tree when everybody's going there. It's like, I mean, at least if Greta was yelling at people, like officials, that makes more sense. It's like, people still act like she's like a little kid too. I mean, don't get mad at her. She's like a little kid. No, she's like 23 now? Older than the college kids that are protesting. I mean, she's a little kid, Greta. She's 2 years old. Come on, guys. I mean, she just got potty trained. Come on, guys. And yeah, I was thinking about this too. Like, when this is like, you're a celebrity when all, like, this is a news story, someone got a new tattoo or whatever. I mean, why does she get a pass on acting black too? Like, why is that? Why does Billie Eilish? I know she like sings, it doesn't rap, or she's not like that one lady. Wow, I'm a great podcaster when I'm like that one lady that was fuck. That Australian rapper, white rapper lady that had that one song. Anyway, whoever that was, had they got mad at her for rapping or something. It was like an appropriation thing. And she really hasn't been anywhere like since then. And now, just this is not a white way to dress. Like, how is she getting a pass on all this, especially now? I mean, but then again, I don't want people to get shit for just looking and acting a certain way. I mean, I do make fun of white rapper guy. I do always make fun of white guys who talk in a whatever black accent, whatever the stupid new term you're supposed to say about it is. Because it used to be wigger, and then that's like, I don't know if you can say that anymore. Too close to the real word. But yeah, like, I always make fun of white guys that talk that way, like in a black or whatever, think they're black. I don't know what the. But now, what is that? It's called like appropriation if you do that. It's not even like a thing you can do now. Like, growing up, I knew like a fair amount of, okay, maybe not a lot, but like a few white guys who talked that way because I grew up, I went to middle school. It was like mostly black where it was. I mean, not for super long. We did move around a few times, but that was where I encountered the wigger. And I even as a even as a kid, going to a not like mostly minority middle school. I mean, I guess it was mostly black. I don't know if there was something. Maybe there was Hispanic people. Going to a middle school with not a lot of white guys, I still knew like to not and I'm not. The thing that bothers me, like, I make fun of it, but I'm not saying you're appropriating or like committing genocide by, doing. Yeah. Um, you know, like you're not causing harm by doing that stupid voice. I mean, I was always like embarrassed for the guy, like, but I don't know if they were embarrassed. Like, I always felt like I wouldn't do that because I would know I'm being fake or whatever. But like, do they all know that? Or is it just like something they get? Because some people like slip into that. I've been around guys where they slip into that a little bit. They'll be like around a black guy or something, and they'll just start slipping into it. Like, it's so funny. It's like, you're just talking, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, like for real though, shit. It's like you were not talking about like that for like 1 minute ago. What changed that made you like that would happen? I noticed like guys doing that. Black guy comes around and then they start switching into like I remember Ebonics was a new thing when I grew up in the 90s too. Ebonics was like, I mean, I guess sort of, I mean, not woke, I guess, because I wasn't taught Ebonics. Like, maybe some people did get taught Ebonics. I don't understand how, like, but that was a way to, like, now that would be called offensive. If a regular white, if a, you know, let's say a white lady English teacher in a middle school started teaching Ebonics, now that would be called probably like racism or something, even though like back then it was like they were trying to like incorporate that kind of the way, I don't know what the point was though. It was kind of, I mean, it's a street slang kind of thing. You don't teach it like, because by the time you teach it, there's new words, there's new stuff that'll just, I didn't plan on talking about this, but now I have to look up who was Ebonics taught in school, guys. Whatever happened to Ebonics? 1996 Ebonics controversy. I don't know if this was just a thing, a new concept they were talking about. I do remember hearing and making fun of it, like definitely. Because like I was like, this is ridiculous, but I never was taught it. I wonder if I went into some upper class, if we moved into some like upper class neighborhood, if that was kind of the like, because that's kind of the most woke people now are the most upscale, wealthy white people are the most woke, Oh, so of course this is California. I didn't know this either, by the way. Maybe I should do that. I don't want to do that again. We're not going to do the sharing. Lessons from the media's coverage of the Ebonics controversy. In 1996, the Oakland School Board passed a 2-page resolution that highlighted the plight of African American students in the district, and as part of a plan to improve their academic success. So, okay. These were kids that didn't want to do school and probably were just slacking off or just not doing that well. The plan claimed that if we taught the way the African American English that they speak, it's its own language, and that should be used to help children learn standard English. Wow. Everybody came out against what California was put. So I guess California has always been like the far left experiment ground. They were during the Koofy thing too. I didn't mean to say Koofy, but Koof, whatever, COVID. Oh, I didn't know this. See, I never even knew this. Like, so this must be why I wasn't taught it ever. One school board in one city passed one little resolution, and the rest of the country spent the next 6 months freaking out about it. So I guess Jesse Jackson, the New York Times, one of Clinton's secretaries, and Maya Angelou, who's definitely woke now, there's no way, all came out against what they were proposing, which had been dubbed Ebonics. But who called it that? Was that a Black English? You'd get in so much trouble now. So they rolled back their plans, and they haven't tried anything similar in the 22 years that have passed since then. Few in the public ever knew that the So there was just over half of the kids in Oakland were African American. They're afraid they can't say black anymore either. Like, I mean, African American. I think okay, so they descended from Africa, but you don't know that about people by the color of their skin. You don't know if somebody descended from Africa. You know what I mean? I guess they would have to because they were brought here and stuff. So like, yeah, I guess maybe I'm over it. I don't know. It's just a kind of it's like stupid, I guess, but because people of color, how is that any better? Like you're just saying, oh, we can't say black, but why? That's another thing where you sound racist by getting upset by saying you can't say black. Then as now, the use of vernacular English spoken by some black students was called bad. It was treated as a lower form of English that, well, because it's slang though, right? I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess it's a little like confusing because it's like so much of a slang. It's like not. There's like a lot of it. You know what I mean? Like that. Like white people eventually catch on always, but you know. But I never was like confused. It wasn't like a new language though. Like I don't think I've ever been like I can't. I have no idea what they're saying. I can't. I need a dictionary or like a Rosetta Stone or something. So apparently they said they never actually taught Ebonics, but I swear I remember people talking about like that they were teaching it, but maybe it was just a hysteria. The notion of code switching, yeah, that's another thing I hate too when people say that. I code switch.
I code switch, like I'll just like speak normal, and then like sometimes I'll see a black guy and I'll be like, yeah.
See, that's what I was talking about. That to me is really how is that? It's kind of condescending to me. I don't, maybe not, but I mean the way. I mean, I don't know if this is getting weird, controversial, or I don't know if you're allowed to say this now, but like the way well, the slang and how black people talk to each other when I was growing up. It was kind of just like, well, that's their thing. I'm not gonna start talking like that. Like, I always just talked like yourself. Like, why would you have to? I could see if you grew up with that and talking like that you would probably be, wiggery a little bit. Like you would talk that way because you're used to talking to it like that. But I still like wouldn't do it. I don't know. I just always felt like cringy to. I just like, why would I do that? Because probably like it's almost like would you go to Ireland or Scotland and start trying to, or even the UK? Like I wouldn't go there and try to start talking in their slang, I don't know. I kind of, well, that's another thing. The UK British people, like I kind of refuse to. I'm not sure I would switch at all if I moved to England. I don't know if I want to switch to their stupid version of English. Like I never used to feel this way. I used to feel, oh, that's cool. They're quirky. They're like smart over there in Britain. No, now I'm annoyed by everything. I don't know why. I think it's working with a couple British people for my company because it's like a global company, and like there was some people. There was like a lady that moved from the UK, and just I got used to hearing her slang all the time, and I just got annoyed after a while. It's like, why do they have to do everything like they have to make up words that like are not like are just dumb versions of like I don't know. They have to make them sound different. Like I don't know if I might refuse if I moved over there for any reason. If I had to immigrate to the UK, I might just not start saying their slang. I'll still be like, "Hey, can you open the trunk?" And they'll be like, "You mean the boot? You mean the boot? I'll open the boot up. Hey, you got any? Did you bring your torch? Oh, I don't know. I have a flashlight though. I don't have a torch. You mean a piece? You mean a stick with that's on fire? No, I did not bring. And then you'd have to be like, if you moved there, they would all make fun of you probably until you switch to their stupid versions of words. I'm going to the loo. No, I'm going to the bathroom. Why don't you just say loo? You're over here in the UK. Come on. Man, if I don't do that, it's hard to, like, the less you do the British accent, the worse it is when you do it. I think that's why I was doing it before on the podcast a lot, because, like, I worked with that lady, and I would just, like, hear her stupid slang, and I would... You want some tea? No, I drink coffee. Tea's better. Why don't you have some tea? Tea's better. Because it's terrible. I don't put milk in my tea or whatever. You want some meat pie? We eat meat pies over here for breakfast. We get right up out of bed and we just eat fatty, greasy English breakfast right out of the... I mean, I guess it's because it's a hangover food. Because all they did was just drink day in and day out and then just eat shitty, greasy English breakfast food. Yeah, that is funny that they put that out there and got mocked. But this is a quote from Clinton's former education secretary, Richard Riley. He said back in 1997, "Black English is not the way to raise standards of achievement." Quote unquote. That's what he said, okay? Racist. Just racist. Wildly racist. Yeah, it's always like it was surprised. It was really weird to me when BLM got over in the UK. I mean, I just don't. I mean, I don't know what their history is with slavery and all that. Like I don't. That's too big of a thing wormhole to go down right now. But yeah, I don't even. What do you do though? It is weird to like teach them standard English, but all they talk is, black slang or whatever. I mean, I don't know, but to me, yeah, it was just them talking to each other. Like, it'll be like, I guess I didn't understand the point of teaching it. It doesn't make any sense to teach it. I guess just if other people want to. But I mean, yeah, like I said, it's not a new language. You don't need to, you don't need a translator. What did he say? He said, "Yo, I got yesterday. My boy got yesterday." I don't even know what that means, but there's probably a ton of new. Actually, you know what? It seemed like it used to be Ebonics, but now it's like all Gen Z talks that way now. There's no real like Ebonics. It's just like all mixed together, and it's like sort of a black slang type of thing. They all talk like that now. It's like now it's not like there's black slang and then there's white young people like growing up. It was always like, I don't know. um, you know, surfer guy. I don't know what the white like parallel would be. I guess just like talking like a stoner. I don't know. But now it's like all mixed together. Now everybody is like saying like, "Yo, that shit's fire." Like everybody, not regardless of race, because of the internet, I guess. So they all just adopt the same sayings. But I guess like when they were in history's past, and this is part of my this is part of my language dialect history. I'm going into the language of dialect now. The history of how dialects came about. The black slang used to come about because, well, I guess maybe it's weird. It's like we're more connected in that way, that we share memes and stupid slang, but we're also way more divided. That doesn't even make sense, but I guess because of social media and stuff. You know, like Ebonics, okay, black community talks like that and they all know all the slang. The white people are like, oh, maybe we should teach Ebonics so I know how to talk, so I know what they're saying. But now, like, young people would all talk the same slang and shit, yo. But they were, you know, they're all like angry activists or something. Like, they're all like, I'm going to never speak to my parents again if they vote for Trump or something. And they only see the same news algorithm. So, like, I don't know if it's good. It's like, yay, we all, like, all the young kids share the same slang, but we're all, like, crazy divided to, like, a violent degree now. I mean, that's what I was going to talk about. Let's see what this prepping that said that I saw. Oh, young Americans, huh? Apparently younger. Oh, yeah, I should do the news music. Royalty fry. Royalty fry. No, don't. What the fuck? Hold on, guys. Oh, this is called news layout too. This just in. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh. Apparently, younger Americans are stockpiling supplies ahead of the 2024 election. According to the New York Post.
Yeah. Society unraveling. Doomsday prepping is seeping into the mainstream as Americans of all languages and political persuasions are becoming increasingly worried about the 2024 election and the prospect of a civil war.
Hold on. Hoarding food, wet water, and weapons was once associated with libertarian extremists, but as a rematch between Biden and his predecessor, former President Donald Trump, seems all but inevitable in 2024. On the left, you have people afraid Trump's going to declare himself dictator of the American. They said, oh my God.
Look, you guys can't say the same shit you did last time. Stop. Okay? Stop. Ugh, man. I mean, you said this last time. You said everybody said he was declare himself dictator. They even said he was going to never leave office and just change the rule that said, oh, Trump's going to get in there. He's going to change the rule that says you have to leave. And he's just going to be president in the year 3,000,007. He's still going to be in there, guys. God. So younger, by younger, they mean, I guess, my age and more younger. And more younger. Breck Wagner of North Carolina runs a YouTube that offers advice to younger, more liberal urban dwellers about how to prepare for cataclysmic disaster. She is worried that oh my God. He was already, do they know, do people not know he was already in office? Yes, it was crazy when he was in office. I blame most of the craziness on the media. Yeah, he did do some stuff that annoyed me, definitely, like. But did he declare himself dictator? No, I must have missed that part. Oh, he's waiting for his second term to really do what he wants. Guys, that's what. Now, look, I will take back what I said if he does do that. Oh, God, with this climate shit. She's worried that if Trump is reelected, he would fumble the response to a hurricane or other natural disaster that is supercharged by climate change, pointing to his administration's handling of Hurricane Maria and the COVID-19. Yeah, but everybody else screwed that. Well, okay, there was a lot of. Everybody screwed up everything in COVID-19, so. He actually did send checks out to people. I mean, I don't know why people keep forgetting that, but I'm not even, like, defending Trump in general. I'm just saying he did send checks out, and nobody else did anything like that. So, and they also did do the loan, like, they postponed student loans, and I know Biden kept that going, but he said he was going to forgive loans, and that didn't happen, so. Oh, what if the grid goes out? A nuclear war might happen. A civil war might happen. But a storm will happen. Yeah, what kind of storm? There's always storms. In the face of an apocalypse. Like, we're going to know it's the apocalypse? That's another thing. Like, I was reading a while back in that article about how, like, it's the America's fallen or whatever. Because, like, yeah, nobody comes out on the news and it's like, hey, by the way, well, looks like the apocalypse has begun, guys. The countdown to the apocalypse. And then there's a pregame show like on football. Hey, guys, countdown to the apocalypse. Countdown to the apocalypse, everybody. Get your popcorn. Yeah, like you would sit there having fun. I hope you had your shelters and watch those guys on YouTube that sell you bullshit products like maximize your protein powder or whatever. Oh, that's a little concerning, though. Sam Altman, creator of ChatGPT, who warned AI poses risk of extinction to humanity, is also a doomsday prepper. So that's good, guys. I mean, that is a little weird. He's a self-admitted doomsday prepper who bragged about a stash of guns, gold, and other survival goods. Such as a lethal synthetic virus, sounds familiar. Don't take my channel down. Or the onset of a rogue AI that attacks us. I try not to think about it too much, Altman said. But I have guns, gold, potassium iodide, and a bunch of stuff. Gas masks from the IDF, and a big patch of land in Big Sur I can fly. Well, fuck you. You know what's annoying about the Armageddon? Is all these rich all these fucking rich psychopath people are all going to be safe. They're already bought all this shit. They already have like a big doomsday bunker that is probably like, like a mansion doomsday. I did watch something about that. I think maybe on YouTube or something else. Like the rich buying underground bunkers, and they were like really fancy, like had everything. That's it's gonna be one of the Fallout video games. I mean, they're gonna all have all the stuff, and hopefully all of us can rise up and take that stuff. Now they may have drone guns that just murder everyone. Like I'm guessing. All their fake humanitarian shit that they do now, guess what? When that happens, they're not gonna, and he apparently downplayed his past remarks during an appearance on the podcast, honestly, with Barry Weiss, telling the journalist he was not a doomsday prepper in the way I would think about it. It was like a fun hobby, but there's nothing else to do. So none of he's you know what? I don't believe him. He still does it. He probably has way more shit now. Tech billionaires have poured money into post-apocalyptic plans such as remote bunkers. Like I just was saying, here it is, guys. This maybe I actually looked at this before. I don't know. How the world's wealthiest. How the world's wealthiest are paying to escape reality. When civilization collapses, J.C. Cole will be ready. I don't know who that is, but he does the he's a developer. For the wealthy and privileged, the future of technology is about one thing: escape from the rest of us. Man, we would have one of those dystopian movies. Oh, this Texas company sells luxury bunkers that run up to $9.6 million for the aristocrat model, which has a private bowling alley, swimming pool, bullet-resistant doors, what the fuck, and a motor cave exit so you can sneak out for errands like Batman. Who bought that? Tell me who the fuck, so I can get it. Oh my god, $9,602,000, guys. If that's all it is. I mean, if you, fuck, man. Oh, man. Oh, God. Dr. Evil, I mean Jeff Bezos. Dr. Evil, I mean Jeff Bezos, get it? Well, that's probably why Jeff Bezos and stuff and those rich guys are trying to go into space. They're like, I'm just going to space and shit, yeah? Oh, I guess I was hoping for some names of people that actually bought this stuff, but they're not. They're not letting it slip, guys. Survival of the richest, escape fantasies of the tech billionaires. You know, they probably have more money than even that. They always act like, oh, the richest person in the world has like 500 billion. That's the richest guy. No, there's probably definitely secretly really rich, evil people that have like trillions and trillions and like maybe whatever the word after trillions is of money. Okay. Oh, I didn't know Ozzy Osbourne was only 75. Did you guys know he was only 75? Ozzy Osbourne all smiles in photo with kids to his 75th birthday of birth. What do they call it in the UK? Probably something different. The day of the womb, the day of your womb escape. I mean, the reason I say only 75 is because, you know, he's been like basically brain dead for like I don't know, since he was probably 20. Every clip of the old Osbourne show, and this was like the year 2000. I mean, I actually do think this is some hot shit right here, guys. Mackenzie Phillips. Good thing I have this fun entertainment music on right now. Guys, we have some fun news coming up now.
Page 6, guys. Some fun entertainment news. Just breaking just now, Mackenzie Phillips addresses decade-long incestuous relationship with very dark musician dad. So I haven't heard from her in a while after she announced that she used to bang her dad
all the time. Guys, remember that? You guys remember that? Huh? Well, you should remember because it's important. And I don't know where I put. So her. Oh God, I remember. Like, this was a story where I was like, no. And then you look into it. Yes, it did happen. But you're like, no. But yes. You say no, but she and her dad say yes. So she's out talking about it again. Everybody's been scrambling because they love hearing. You know, this proves that, like, all the dark shit that happens, like with Epstein, everybody's like, when are they going to release the client list? Why aren't they releasing the client list?
Well, guess what, bitch?
Because nobody wants to hear about this stuff. Like, this dark. You really want to hear this? Ugh. Oh, God. This is like, I mean, this proves nobody wants to hear about this. That's why a lot doesn't really get talked about. But people are like, oh, we need to talk more about, like, nobody wants to hear about, like, this gross shit. I mean, it is hard to hear about. You know what, though? I think, you know, when this came out, I think a lot of people just, like, didn't believe her. And they kind of laughed. But I mean, why wouldn't it be? You know, like, I mean, they say that most of abuse, like 90%, or I don't know what it is. Most of abuse is likely done by a relative or, you know, neighbor or somebody close to the family. And this is pretty close. Well, this situation, folks, is pretty close to the family. It is the family. So she went and wanted to just get the word out there. Hey, guys, did you forget? I don't know if you guys forgot,
but me and my dad, you know, they weren't called the Moppins and the Papas. They should have been called them the Papas and the Daughters. Because, I was having sex with my dad. Yeah. No joke there, Richard. That was, you know.
So I guess, like, Yeah, like people didn't want to hear about. I mean, yeah, it's just like what the fuck. Mackenzie wanted to come out and said, yeah, because like she wrote about it in her memoir. She viewed their dad, so she talked to her half Sina China Phillips Baldwin on her YouTube channel. Who said their dad had a very dark side. Yeah, I mean, obviously. And I guess because she forgived him, people were trolling her, it says. Yeah, no shit, you were going to be in rehab after that. She got sober, and it's complicated. It's very complicated. And yet, I'm at peace with my dad banging, period. It is funny, like, people mocked her, but, like, now everybody's, like, all Me Too, and, I mean, this was before Me Too that this came out. And he was dead at the time, so... And yet the affair continued. That was the crazy part. Like, he was dead and she still was doing that. So, I mean, hey, that was quite the bond they had. If she was going to the cemetery and still, writing about that. But you know what? Hey. That's like, everybody now is always like, look, that's your journey,
I respect her on her journey, okay? I respect her journey. I love this for you. This is great if this was consensual. This is how progressive of her. Like, that she and her dad would just do stuff, over and over and over for years. So she said, right, yeah. But it is really like, actually, let me go to the YouTube, see if there's any comments. Hey guys, how you doing? My sister who banged my dad, well, I guess half sister, so what
does that mean, half dad? Well, I know Mackenzie and the dad were dad and daughter. There was no step. From what if there was a step thing, then that's basically what. So she was like, high on arrival. She was on One Day at a Time. I never. What if her book was just called, like, I fucked my dad or something? I banged my dad, guys. Let me see what the comments say here. Oh, they're kind of positive. Maybe it's because, like, times have changed now, but... Yeah, see, 14 years ago, Mackenzie Phillips tells Larry King about incest by father. That's so fucked up, man. That's another thing, though, where, like, hippies, which they were, obviously, like, that's like going far to the left, but still, I mean, if you go in any direction too far, it becomes too far, Like, people act like, oh, right is the only bad side. But then, look, yeah, when you're too hippie about free love, I mean, they didn't mean that way, I don't think the hippie movement meant free love, like family, Yeah, free love, man. It's all good. It's whatever, man. That's probably what her dad was doing. Yeah, whatever, man. It's just, come on, man. Don't be like, come on. Come on. What other, well, because, like, yeah, see, free love is I haven't heard that since the flower power. See, Wikipedia here says is a social movement. I don't think I don't hear it, the people talking about it now. But that's like, there's so many cults that were back then. that use that to like you know, rape a lot of people, or you know, just call like indoctrinate, like free love, man. It's all good. Don't judge. Don't judge. Just ignore all your bodily instincts that you know your natural wanting to escape and flee instincts, and just like free love, man. Oh, weird. It's saying it's before the hippie. That's the first time I heard it, but is free love, was there a price to pay? So this is a Reddit post. Good. I'm glad I found a growing up I was raised in a hippie
hippie free love commune until I turned 18 last year and left for college. What? Oh, it was founded by Gen Xers who inspired by the hippie communes. Alright, so this is... The guy deleted his account. Maybe it's real then. Somebody asked...
were boundaries crossed ever between adult members and minors? And the answer, legal boundaries? No, but some non-hippie... no one was shy when it came to nudity or open sexuality, regardless of who was around. Yeah, okay, bud. Yeesh. Oh. See, I just don't... it's hard for me to see how this is good for people. He goes, sexuality was viewed as completely normal and natural. I started masturbating around 10 or 11. Maybe that's normal, though. My mom's rule was, if it feels good, do it. Which is also the rule of Satanism. Like that Aleister Crowley guy, look that up. That's basically, do what thou wilt, is his motto. That's his mom's rule that his mom told him as a kid. If it feels good, do it. Although if we had other people over, I had to ask if they mind first. Is this Louis C.K.? I started fooling around with girls around 12, 13, semi-open around, but didn't have sex till I was 15, okay. I mean, the fact that he said I had to ask if they mind first, it sounds like he's saying public jerking, like I'm just going to jerk it, but I'm going to ask first. What kind of drugs did you guys do? Yes, basically every single drug. This is very left wing. I mean, it's like, it's just a cover for creepy fucks to, let me just go to this first article. Free love, was there a price to pay? By NBC. I don't know. I guess like now, I feel like now is crazy, but this sounds crazy too. Like there was this summer of love, like even though they called that in 2022. There was a lot of group sex. Gross. It would be an understatement to say there was a spike in STDs. Yeah, of course. Fuck God. How could you? I don't understand. That's the main reason. I guess people that do group sex, I guess you would get tested all the time, but. See, like, I just don't see how this is good. This was a good idea. I understand how it can be oppressive with all the, the 1950s and everything. But then to go out and just do everybody, it's always like there's always too much of something and then too much of the opposite after it because there's a backlash. This is too long of an article, but I mean, there's definitely a lot of cults back then. Charles Manson. Free love, man. Come on. There was some really bad one I can't remember the name of that did involve pedo stuff, but because it's just like, of course, like psychos are gonna take advantage of that. That's why we do need people that keep track of crime and criminals and arrest criminals. I mean, you can't just. Ideally, yeah, we could have free, if you want that society, move to Skid Row or something. That's everybody for themselves, right? I don't know how often the cops even go there and care about anything. And I was listening to something recently, like, if you had one of these communes, somebody would go, like, want to be in charge, like, some podcast I was listening to talking about how humans naturally will elect a leader, like, and if they don't, somebody will think they're a good leader, and they will nominate themselves. You know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be somebody that wants to take charge. Like, even if you have a Chop or Chaz or whatever, that's why they had the guys with guns walking around. I mean. But hey, you know who was really free and out there was Mackenzie Phillips.
And her dad getting it on. You gotta admit, they were really progressive because, like, now there's more incest porn out there, okay? But these guys, Mackenzie Phillips and her dad, biological dad, getting it on in the 60s, they were way ahead of their time. I mean, you gotta give it up. Kudos to them because, they really started the whole thing, how the society, is now. That is.
If you want an example of free love gone wrong, it would have to be Mackenzie Phillips. Yeah, that's the thing, is she, like, forgave him, and that's why people were really confused. And then I think her sister at the time was, like, disagreeing or something. Ugh. I mean, let me look at some of these reviews. Great book, shocking at times. I'll say. Papa John, he was called. Huh. Connection there? Connection to pizza? Incest with father. Fucking hot. What if people are buying this because they're like, oh, that's hot.
Oh, fuck. They talk about she gets from their dad. Oh, shit. That's gross. Anyway, I'm gonna go buy the book. Oh, fuck. That's hot as fuck. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Dad and fucking daughter.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. However, all right, I'm sorry you can turn off this podcast. I know it's disgusting, but I have to read this entire book. I'm reading this entire book, guys. I'm gonna put this. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Come on, let me search. Find some spooky music to close out the episode. Some spooky. Not like silly. No. Alright, well, this is kind of goofy, but I just have to read this part. No, I can't. Yeah. One night, however, when Mackenzie Laura Phillips was about 20 years old. She went to her father's room. He got some drugs off his and passed out in the bed. However, at some point she realized that her father, John, was making
love to her. Mackenzie passed out again, and when she awoke, her panties were around her ankles. Confronting her father later, he said that they had made love. Over the years that followed, she would go to Father John for drugs, and then they would have sex again. Mackenzie said there was never making love on her part, just sex while she was high on drugs. When she got pregnant, oh god.
Oh my god, this is darker than... I mean, you can, you know, with people like this, you can kind of go like, oh, she's crazy, she made it up, because she was a drug addict, you know, but they were both on drugs, so, oh, fuck. She thought once she got pregnant and didn't know, you know, fill in the blanks there, guys. Oh my god. Well, this one's way different because, well, you know, it's a like celeb kind of person, and then her dad is I mean, yeah, it's the only time I can think of any celebrity given some kind of dark story like that. I mean, you see that kind of stuff in a horrible, like, murder story, like, or like, I don't know, just like a horrible case of some kind of dad doing something. But not ever like this, where it's like, oh yeah, the Mamas and the Papas singer. It would be like the Beach Boys or some other, you know. I mean, the Beatles that would really suck because, you know, knock on wood, but they ever really canceled the Beatles. Even though I know John Lennon maybe have hit his girlfriend or something, but I mean, there's no canceling. And there wasn't the Mamas and Papas either. I still hear that song come on. All the leaves are brown and all the, you know, dads are in the bed with their daughters or whatever, however the lyrics go. But, yeah, I mean, I guess, like, but who also, after that reception she got for this, who was going to, like, yeah, you would probably never have a celebrity do that again after that reaction. Although she was done, though. She probably wrote it knowing knowing that I'm not going to be on a show anymore, so. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to close out on that story. I'm sorry, but you know who's not sorry? John Phillips, because he's not alive anymore. I wonder if he was alive if he would have denied it, though. I wonder if he would have been like, this isn't true. Shut up, bitch. You're crazy, bitch. Yeah, so, hey, you guys, Christmas.
This is coming up, guys. You're giving, yeah. Get all your presents and prezzies. And stay tuned, because I don't know, just stay tuned, guys, because Christmas is coming up. Do yourself a favor and get a Guys Room gear for Christmas. Get all my merch for Christmas, guys. Get it and just get it on,
Guys, yeah, just, you know.
Hey, I'm the elf on a shelf, everybody. Hi, I'm the elf on a shelf. I've been trapped. And, with, Father John from the Mamas and Papas, and I'd really appreciate if you let me out of this room because I'm stuck in a room with this guy. Please let me out already. I'm the elf on a shelf, and I need help.